In the early 20th century, the relationship between India and China was shaped by colonial legacies and aspirations for sovereignty. Both nations emerged from different struggles, India from British rule and China from the chaos of warlordism and civil strife. Their shared history of colonialism fostered a desire for self-determination, yet deep-rooted territorial disputes simmered beneath the surface. As the post-colonial world emerged, India and China began to navigate their national identities. The border between them, a remnant of British colonial mapping, became a focal point of contention. India maintained a claim over Aksai Chin, a strategically vital region, while China asserted control over Tibet, heightening tensions. Fast forward to 1962, the year when this simmering tension would erupt into open conflict. The Sino-Indian War began as both nations clashed over territorial claims. In October, hostilities broke out, fueled by mutual distrust and conflicting visions for their future. On one side, India, feeling secure after its independence, believed in its geographical claims. On the other, China, newly unified under communist rule, sought to assert its dominance. The Chinese military, better prepared and equipped, launched a surprise attack on October 20th, catching Indian forces off guard. In just a few weeks, the situation escalated into a full-scale war. By November, India faced a crushing defeat, forced to retreat from Aksai Chin and cede control to China. The war lasted just a month, but the repercussions would be felt for decades. The aftermath left a deep scar on Indo-China relations. The conflict exposed India's military vulnerabilities and led to a national reassessment of defense policies. India sought to modernize its military and improve its intelligence capabilities, learning harsh lessons from the swift defeat. The border issue remained unresolved, creating a lingering sense of mistrust that would affect diplomatic relations for years to come. As the world moved into the 21st century, tensions flared again. In 2017, a standoff occurred at Doklam, a strategically important area at the tri-junction of India, Bhutan, and China. The situation escalated as troops from both sides faced off, but through diplomatic channels, a resolution was eventually reached. However, the incident revealed that the underlying issues were far from resolved. Then, in 2020, violence erupted in the Galwan Valley, marking a significant escalation in the conflict. This clash resulted in casualties on both sides, the first fatalities in decades, shattering any illusions of a peaceful border situation. The images of soldiers clashing in the Himalayas captured the world's attention, reigniting fears of a broader military confrontation. But the conflict isn't purely military. Economic factors also play a crucial role. Both nations are economic giants, intricately intertwined through trade and investment. China is India's largest trading partner, yet nationalist sentiments and border disputes continue to strain this relationship. Boycotts of Chinese goods surged in India following the Galwan clashes, demonstrating how quickly economic ties can fray under political pressure. The India-China conflict has significant global implications. As both nations vie for influence in Asia and beyond, their rivalry shapes the geopolitical landscape. The United States, Japan, and other regional players are keenly aware of this dynamic, often viewing it through the lens of their strategic interests. Alliances are forming, and the balance of power in Asia hangs in the balance. As we look to the future, the question remains, can India and China move beyond their historical grievances? Both nations recognize the importance of dialogue and diplomacy, yet the path forward is fraught with challenges. There are ongoing border talks, and both governments express a desire for stability, but mistrust runs deep. Cultural exchanges and economic cooperation can serve as bridges for improved relations. Initiatives that focus on shared interests, such as climate change and trade, could help pave the way for a more harmonious coexistence. However, significant obstacles remain, including national pride and the need to maintain internal stability in both countries. In conclusion, the India-China conflict is a complex tapestry woven from history, ideology, and geopolitical ambition. It challenges the idea of a peaceful rise for both nations. As they navigate their relationship, the world watches closely, hoping for a resolution that fosters stability and prosperity for all. Join us next time on Nations Unveiled, where we delve into the stories behind the headlines and explore the histories that shape our world.